guys, and welcome back to Approved or Not. And
We're
today,
looking at Rogues tonight from Valda's Spire of Secrets.
yep, we got our lovely rogues gallery here, and like we said before, this is just for our tables purposes, but this is also to showcase the crazy cool content that's in this book. For again, as cheap as it is, I highly recommend going to the store. Uh,
All right.
and yeah, let's just get started with the Arachnoid Striker,
Stalker.
Stalker. Oops.
A life-changing event such as being cursed by a Dryad Warlock or being bitten by a dangerously transmuted arachnid.
This is just already. This
This
is
is
Batman but rogue.
this is supposed to be Spider-Man.
Okay.
You could have whatever the turns attack, you can now produce deadly poisons and eventually you can scale the wall with your fingertips. When you get third level, you can magically produce sticky. You can project a line of web as a bonus action. Following, you will create temporary rope, pull an unattended object, close doors, or snatch a small object weighing less than 10 pounds. Okay, I get you.
Cool.
If
Okay.
you project, if you project the line of a web at a point you can see within 60 feet, you can pull yourself to that point in a straight line. This expands movement and provokes opportunity attacks normally.
Okay. So does that mean that we could pull ourselves 60 feet? However, like it would like
Mm,
no matter what, it'll use up our movement.
uh, Considering it expands movements and provokes attacks normally, well, the hard limit on this is 60 feet. You would need to get your movement up to 60 feet to be able to use that much.
Okay. So it's like to get through the full thing. Let's say we're not counting any feats or anything like that, or races just like 30 feet. Would have to
Yeah.
take 2 turns, which fair enough.
Mhm.
Uh.
But I think this is more like, All right. You can
Pretty
use this
cool.
ability as a reaction when you fall to pull yourself up to 10 feet in any direction, or create a rope of web up to 6 feet in length and anchor it to a point you choose.
So if you're falling off
This
the
is like
edge, you
getting
could.
a. Yeah, this is like.
Okay. That's cool.
Also at
A
third
third
level,
life.
when you deal sneak attack damage, you can choose for the sneak attack to deal d8s of poison damage instead of d6s of the weapon's normal damage type.
Ooh.
That's actually really nice.
We recently saw the Unearthed Arcana for the. Actually, wasn't it for the Unearthed Arcana Rogue with the three dead
I don't
gods that did that?
remember.
I think it did something similar. But yeah, pretty
Anyways.
cool.
Alright, so that's what we get. Ninth level. You have the ability to move up and down and across vertical surfaces. And look out, here comes the spider rogue. Well, leave your hands free. You can also gain climb speed equal to your walk speed. Additionally, if you're on a ceiling, you can hide from any creature that's at least 10 feet or more below you, even if you otherwise lack appropriate cover. Yeah, this is very clear what this is built
Yeah, this is
for.
very clearly Spider-Man.
Look
And
out, here comes
I'm
the
gonna say this.
spider
I'm gonna
rogue.
say this. Because I've mentioned it when we were creating the other Rogue. Third
Mm-hmm.
levels are very important.
Yeah.
And I think it
Here. Well,
satisfies their
now that
satisfies
we're
the
at
need.
ninth level and we know what this is, let's get to a scenario.
All right.
All right. So the bank is being robbed by a bunch of goons. All right, Rogue. What are you gonna do to deal with it?
Okay. I am going to. How tall is the room?
The building is about. What's the bank? I'll say about like 40 feet high.
40 feet. Okay. Uh, I'm looking at the because you said it's currently being robbed, so they're inside. I'm assuming that I'm
Yes.
outside the building. How
Yes.
how big how tall would you say the entranceway would be? Like normally there's like a little like covering thing there. How tall would you say that
The
is?
entranceway I would say is only 10 feet, but there are some windows a bit higher in.
Okay. Yeah. I am going to use my bonus action to create a 60-foot web and pull myself up to where one of the windows is that's near the door.
All right, that would be about like 25 feet from you.
Okay, and I would like to attempt to hide. Uh,
You're not really obscured by anything.
yes, but I'll eventually be at least 10 feet above them.
Right. Yep. Your feature. All right. Yeah. Roll me that stealth check.
Let's
And
see.
scene.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun
At
run.
13th level, you can cast the spell Web at will without using the
Yep,
spell
that
blah
makes
blah blah
sense.
blah. Additionally, you ignore movement restrictions caused by webbing, so you can use your
Yep,
webs as much as you want.
cool.
And our Papstone. When you use your venomous strike deal, you can force that target to make a con save. And if the target fails, it's paralyzed for a minute. Paralyzed for 2 turns. Ah, it's fine. Honestly, not crazy on the
Yeah,
capstone
great. That seems
thematically.
like it's still cool. I mean, you're a rogue. You'll
I
get great
get what they're
advantage off of
going
it.
with that. Yeah, but more importantly,
This is a fun rogue. This is
yeah,
fun.
I think this is fun. It is really cool that it's Spider-Man. It is Spider-Man.
It
It's
is
exactly
Spider-Man.
Spider Rogue does whatever a Spider Rogue does.
But yeah, no, I think the abilities are very flavorful. I like the idea of your webs being able to. But basically, your webs are a
I
version of Mage Hand. I would say is
yeah.
like a great comparison.
I I wish they had some art for the design for this.
I I do too.
But let's go down. We
But
got
we
the
need to
Enforcer.
enforce something. Enforce the rules of the
The
guild.
backbone of any good thieves guild enforcers are ruthless thugs and usually charged with running protection acts for the guild's enforcers. Also handle internal problems of the guild, ensuring that no guild member snitches to the authorities or takes more than their own shares.
Okay.
You gain proficiency with medium armor and martial weapons.
Interesting. Okay.
At third level, you can make a sneak attack using any simple or martial melee weapon. That's just
That
like super up
that literally
your
just expands your list to everything.
yeah. But
Which
that's all you
that's
get.
fun. Uh,
That's all you get at third level. Keep in mind, it's not bad, but it is
no,
all you get.
I will say medium armor for a rogue is actually pretty nuts when you think about,
Hmm.
especially if so. Let's say you're still like a sneaky rogue. Once
I
you get
mean, Dex is still
reliable,
your main. Yeah,
once
Dex
you
is
get,
still your
yeah,
main stat.
Dex will be in your main stat, and reliable talent will make it
Mhm.
to where no matter what you rolled is it a 10 or is it 11? Not including
It's 10.
proficiency
It's
stuff.
10.
It's 10.
Yeah.
So no, even with the medium armor giving you disadvantage for the most part, I know some medium armors don't do that.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. So you could
Yeah,
like really go up there, but
yeah,
that's
no.
much later in the build.
Even with disadvantage, which cool. This
Let's get
gives
to
you the rogue
ninth level for
defenses.
now. When you make an attack, you can shove the target as a bonus action.
Okay.
If you succeed, you can push the target up to 15 feet away from you rather than 5 feet. Additionally, if you make an attack with a reach weapon, you can use your bonus action to make a shove attempt in reverse, pulling the target towards you on a success.
Okay, so just a little bit of crowd control.
Eh,
That's cool. Although I do say I don't know how much a rogue. I mean, I guess you could, this is a more of a. I would think this is more of a strength-based rogue.
maybe. Let's go to threatening demeanor because right now, I'm gonna say right now, I feel like this is super underpowered.
I think it's okay so far. Not bad,
Uh,
not great.
13th level, you are an expert in threatening. When you roll initiative, choose one creature in the city that you can see and make a wisdom saving throw. The target is frightened by you for up to a minute. While the creature is frightened of you, your attack rolls against it have advantage. The frightened creature can repeat this at the end of each of its turns. Any of its on sets. When you roll initiative,
Yeah, when you roll initiative, so every combat. However, and yeah, like I was saying about strength.
I want to say this is a sucky ability. I'm going to explain why in a scenario. All right, so okay, we are in. We're in your guys' underground sewer base. You guys go to underground sewer base. Ugh.
Yep.
And the town guard are coming in. So I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
All right. Is there any of them that can see me within 60 feet?
Yeah, all of them. They're coming in on you. Your base is like 30 feet wide.
Okay. In that case, I would like to. Well, as I'm rolling initiative, which I had just put away my d20. So,
Yeah,
that
as
is
you're
a
rolling initiative.
12 plus my modifier, which, thinking that this is basically more of a strength-based rogue, I'm gonna say I have at least a 14 to have max medium armor.
Okay.
So that would be uh, initiative 14, and yeah, uh, I look at the closest guard menacingly as we all roll initiative. I attempt to
All right.
make him scared of me.
You're using threatening demeanor, right?
Correct.
All right. That is a natural 6. That's not gonna hit. That's not gonna make it. All right.
Now they
So
are
he is
frightened.
gonna be afraid of you.
Yep.
One round of combat later. What is it? When did I make the save?
Uh,
Is it at the end on skill save the target
End of
20
each of their
round?
turns.
All right. Okay. It is the guard you scared's turn. All right. He is going to obviously move away from you because he can't move towards you. He's going to make a crossbow attack at disadvantage. Ooh. I don't think I can use that. 14 plus 2 is 16. That's not bad.
That would just hit me. with medium armor.
Right. All right. And now, because it's the end of his turn, I gotta roll damage.
Yep.
That's gonna be 6 plus 2 is actually no 6 damage.
Okay. Ow.
I remember the veteran stat block by heart. uh, anyways, okay. So after that, he gets to remake his save. That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
And that's
right,
it.
so,
That's the use you're getting of that ability that entire fight.
I think it's fine simply because it's honestly fairly easy to meet the requirements of sneak attack, but also
It's
this
not
isn't a
about this being the
resource.
requirements.
Like you're not
It might
expending
as
anything.
well be a resource, Ross. You're right. My issue, Ross, though, is this is all you get.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, this is it. This is the 13 levels into this subclass.
And, okay, you have a bit more choice in weapons.
Yep, woohoo.
Okay, you can move people away and towards you, however long you need that, but you're using your precious bonus action to do that.
Yeah, and there are scenarios where sometimes this basically just expands your cunning action to be able to do.
I
more
get
stuff.
that it expands yours. My issue again, Ross, is this is all you get. Like, this is it. This is it. That's it. 13 levels in this subclass. And those things are all you get.
All right.
It's nothing. So 17th level, when you reduce a creature to 0 hit points on your turn, you can use your bonus action to make another attack. This attack can be a sneak attack even if you have already made one on your turn. By 17th level, horrible capstone.
Here's the thing. I actually absolutely agree with you on that one. The capstone is not good.
The whole thing. Ross, you know what I'm about to say, don't you? You know what words I'm about to say?
Sadly, approved without a doubt.
Yeah, approved without thought.
Meaning, without thought.
This is so trash that I don't even have to question it. It is a shame because the idea, it starts out pretty promising.
It sounds
but it
interesting.
needs something else to carry it. Because I'll be honest, here's my question: why do I want to use martial or simple weapons when a rapier works just as fine?
To get more damage dice. Like with this, you could use a greatsword. You could also have a weapon that has reach, so it extends your range.
I realize the things you can use, but that's what I'm saying. A rapier works fine.
Right. Yeah,
it doesn't sell me. Next up, we got the Grifter.
The Grifter.
Swindles, cheats, and most of all, grifters hang around taverns where people might have a looser grasp on their coin.
Okay.
Funny. Grifters are masterly cons, big and small. Oh, we're con mans.
And we learned the cheat cantrip. All right, I'm gonna have to find
counting cards and rolling loaded dice. When you choose to start at 3rd level, you get present all gaming sets, all of them. Additionally, you learn the cheat cantrip.
Let me find that for you.
All right, we're on page 244, by the way.
Yeah, 244. Cheat. Let's see. There's clue. So I must be close. Cheat. Here we go. I'm gonna give you the page that's just before, and that's because it ends.
Okay.
It's at the very bottom of the previous page.
Gotcha.
It's page 334.
All right, we're looking at cheat. Whoa, what? I hate scrolling.
Yeah, you see the issue?
You meant just after, not just before. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
bonus action, self, weighted dice, 1 round. You subtly twist your fingers and fate seems to follow suit. For the duration, you can reroll any ability check you make to play non-natural games of chance. Therefore, this spell could influence a game of poker. Ross, read the last sentence out for me.
But not the result of the deck of many things.
Dude.
But hey,
First off, oh my god, the wording. So. I wanted to be honest though, Ross. You would super have to squeeze definitions to define deck of many things as a game for that to even be a concern. But clearly, that was something that someone at their table when they were playtesting this thought about. You know what, Ross? The fact they had to specify it. You know what? I want to do a scenario, but this is the scenario that probably happened to them.
Oh.
All right. So.
You have the deck of many things. How many cards would you like to pull?
I before I pull, I am going to cast cheat.
I don't think that's how it works. It's a.
It's
Oh,
bonus
it is
action.
bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action.
All
Then
right. What does that do
Isn't it
again?
an action to draw a card?
It is, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So after casting
But you
this
can choose how many cards you draw.
Yeah, after does this only affect one, or is it anything that?
I don't know what it affects because in my head the wording shouldn't allow it.
Specific duration, you can re-roll any ability.
Any ability checks you make to play non-magical games of chance, but I assume that the wording means that at some point they didn't write non-magical. At some point they didn't write the non-magical, just said games of chance.
But wait, would drawing a card from the deck of many things count as an ability check?
More importantly, would it count as a game? See, that's it. That's Ross. That's the question. They made a point to specify that you can't use it to draw from the deck of many things,
Fair
and
enough.
they clearly must have reworded this cantrip heavily to prevent that. How was it worded that it originally allowed it?
That's what I'm curious about. But
like, in what universe is that even a game? Hey, want to play a game? Yeah, I want to draw from the deck that could destroy the world. Okay, let's get back to business though. 244.
Yeah.
So you get this cantrip, which keep in mind, you
cool.
can't use to mess with the deck of many things, unless it says also you can use it to mess with the deck of many things.
I swear it does.
All right, so we.
Oh yeah. You can use your
double
charisma for the casting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't think matters. A double buff. At third level, you can feint between two opponents striking, whichever one is at least prepared. You gain an additional way to use your sneak attack. You don't need an advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against a creature if you are within 5 feet of it and also within 5 feet of another hostile creature.
So this guy wants.
This is the opposite. This is the opposite of the what's his name?
Swashbuckler.
Yeah, this is the opposite of Swashbuckler.
Which okay. So
honestly,
cool. A rogue getting surrounded. It sucks though.
All right.
Because you don't have as much AC or health to, you know what I mean. But it's still.
But yeah, I mean, damage. So 9th level, you know to get a dodge before your rules go south. Whenever you take the dash action, creatures have disadvantage on opportunity attacks against you. When you take the disengage action, you move up to half your speed. That's good.
That's
okay.
Pretty good.
Ross, I want to see. These two are so compatible.
Oh, yeah, because you could disengage as a bonus action because cutting action.
Yeah. So let's
Ooh.
Okay, let's go to a scenario. You are a 9th level one of these guys.
Okay.
Okay, so we are on the streets of Waterdeep.
I imagine the weapon he would use is a dagger, and like he is always like flipping a coin in his other hand.
All right, I have 5 kobolds. And my super secret buffed up kobold. Wait till he tries that.
It's kobolds, but they had steroids.
All right, it is your turn. They're all bunched up together. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I look one kobold in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stab the one next to me.
Okay. Roll your attack roll.
Yep. There you go. That is a. Oh shit! That's actually a nat 20.
Nice.
Boom.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
No. You get sneak attack?
I do. Both of them are all these kobolds are next to each other. That's at least
all right.
People.
Roll sneak attack damage, crit, and oh boy, this is gonna kill my kobold, isn't it?
It probably does. I'm just gonna roll 1/6 and then times it by. Oh, that's a 6. Okay. All that sneak attack is just no joke. Actually, what the fuck?
All right. Well, with that in mind, the good news is Kobold B is dead. But I got like 5 other kobolds in that bunch.
Oh, yeah. So that pathway that I just killed that guy from, I'm a bonus action disengage and start moving away from the circle.
Okay, so you're using your cut and run disengage speed, and then you're going to use the rest of your movement to get out of there, right?
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay. No, this abilities combo each other really well.
They really do.
This isn't a crazy powerful rogue, but it complements itself, which is nice.
You've had to convince me it's a lot better than it was, because I thought when I was reading it, that's like, oh, wait, it has to be specifically using your action.
Yeah,
but
this is a rogue.
Oh, yeah, cutting action.
Yep.
All right, so 13th level.
Already pretty
You
good.
can perfectly rehearse a lie.
Oh.
When you take a long rest, you can choose one falsehood to rehearse. It can be a single lie or an entire false history.
Tile.
You never need to make a deception check for this falsehood. You can perfectly recite this falsehood until you use this feature to rehearse another one.
Okay, so this is when you are going to assassinate, let's say, the prince. And
I mean, this character is social.
They are. They are.
I will say, I would put DM Fiat on this and say, okay, well, you can use it to make a reasonable con, a reasonable lie. It has to be reasonable.
Right, it has to be reasonable.
Like, you're not going to be able to tell the prince that you're the king.
Right, yeah, no. But you could claim to be another noble person. Maybe like
Another noble,
Yeah.
You know what? The royal butler had hired me to be to put you to bed tonight. And then there will be no check
Right.
required. That can, in the right campaign, that can be so strong. But again, the big restriction is, I will say this again, you would still have to make sure the butler can never vouch for never confirm that you're not, right?
Right.
Anyways, still, cool ability. Let's get our,
Although I will say, the thing that docks it a couple points, you could simply just have it be any other rogue and have expertise in deception. That would get you fairly reliably.
Here's the issue. As you get later and later and later game, as you win at 13th level, the guys you'd be lying to get better and better and better at detecting bullshit.
That's true. That's true. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Like, even your awesome roguey McRoginess only gets you so far.
That's true. That's true. That's a very valid point. Heist plan.
Starting at 17th level, you always plot out your scheme 7 moves ahead. You can take the ready action on your turn as a
bonus
action.
Ooh. That works really well. Cause
Whenever action you choose, your trigger must be based on a hostile creature performing a specific type of action. Such as when the kobold attacks you when the mage casts a spell and can't activate until after your turn ends. As cool as this is, there is an inherent issue. It's a 17th level ability.
Here's the thing, though, Plebes, and here's something I'm taking into consideration. Do it something that you could do with this that so many people like make builds to try to do.
What?
Cause enemies to trigger a bonus, trigger reaction from a rogue, simply because sneak attack isn't limited by rounds; it's per turn.
I know that, Ross.
Right.
I am not saying this ability is bad, but this is a capstone, and ironically, I think because it's a capstone, it actually makes the ability worse. I think I might actually switch Heist Plan and Long Con, even though Long Con also wouldn't be a great capstone.
Okay.
And let me explain to you why. Do you know what this would gel well with? Any level of spellcaster.
For readying a spell, you're right. Ooh.
But 17th level.
We don't have that many levels. You could ready a scroll and attempt to make the... Actually, no, that's not how the rules work. Never mind.
I mean, you could ready a scroll. There's nothing stopping you. Except for the issue that, you'd have to make a check every time.
Right, which, frankly, you could be reliable on those checks. I repeat, could.
The most you could ever add to them is 5. As far as I know, there is nothing in the game that gives you proficiency on those.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Ooh.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
So,
okay.
unfortunately...
I think it's still cool, but I agree.
No, I think it just sucks that it's hurt by being a capstone.
Right.
Well, honestly, I don't think this would be so strong as a 13th level ability.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that overall this is the coolest one.
This is good. It's campaign dependent.
Campaign dependent for frankly one ability.
I'd say a good chunk of them. Like gaming sets, you get to cheat at games. This is a social character with some really cool combat utility.
Yeah. All right, so now we have
But
Shadow Master, which I want to bring up. When I was looking at random subclasses
I
for.
hate.
Oh.
I hate that this rogues that wish to gain the membership in the furtive order of Shadow
Oh.
Masters.
Yeah, no.
That's some lore stuff that we're not going to care about. So let's move on.
But yeah, even I took a look at this one actually when you're looking
Yeah.
at the base website because this is the one that I think Eve randomly picked. I had like a number. So, maybe there might have been changes, but let's see.
Your eyes change to an inky black, granting you dark vision out to a range of 6 feet. If you already have dark vision and range increased by 6 feet, you know the drill.
Yep, classic dark vision stuff. Which cool.
But that's a bonus. You can use your bonus action to magically detach your shadow from your body, allowing it to move into. This is that character from My Hero, independently. Your shadow is a flat, perfectly black silhouette of you that crawls along surfaces. It has an AC of 10, 1 hit point, and immune to all conditions. It is the same size as you, albeit perfectly flat and walking in space as other creatures and vice versa. If your shadow makes a save throw and ability check to interact with the environment, it uses your bonus for the roll. Okay. In combat, your shadow acts on your turn and follows your commands. You can command it to move on. You command your shadow on each of your turns to move up to 30 feet along the walls or floor. Your shadow doesn't attack but can interact with objects and counts as an ally for the purpose of sneak attack. It vanishes if it drops to 0 points if it is within the area of light cover the light spell, or if it is ever more than 60 feet from you. Once it vanishes, it reveals at the end of your next turn. If it enters a heavily obscured area or one of them is effectively invisible. Your shadow can appear to be the shadow of other creatures and can convincingly use your charisma performance or charisma deception skill. That's a lot.
So what I see this feature
Maddie.
as, especially when I read it again, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's basically a rogue Echo Knight.
Yeah, I was
with their
thinking the same
shadows.
thing.
But except for the thing is that you don't get an extra attack from. You can't attack from it.
Yeah, you can't attack from it, but the fact that it counts as an ally for the purpose of sneak attack is actually pretty nice.
So what that basically really means is there's no resource tied to this, as far as I can read.
Yeah, no.
Is that you can just use your bonus action to always give yourself sneak attack. You're using your bonus action. I think it's okay. All right.
Then we have Glooming Black.
At 9th level, you can cast the spell Dark without using a spell slot. When you use the feature, you can see through the darkness created by the spell. Additionally, when your shadow enters this area of darkness, you can choose for it to grow to fill the entire area. But you can only do that in a short or long rest.
I want to give you a scenario now.
Oh.
So you're this rogue, and
okay.
Again, let's bring back to an earlier scenario. This rogue, completely just surrounded by kobolds. I'm talking. What I think darkness is 20 feet radius. These kobolds basically would cover the entire radius of darkness if you were to cast.
All right, I'll use Gloaming Black.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're also casting darkness.
That's part of the Gloaming Black. That's how you can't do it without doing that. That's the ability.
Well, no, I think you have to cast it and then the shadow covers the full radius.
Gloaming Black is the casting of darkness. That's what that is.
Okay. Okay. So all the kobolds are now blinded, and
But I can see through it just fine.
Yep, you can see through it just fine.
And my shadow is there. I don't think that actually matters.
The shadow covers the entire radius. All these kobolds are valid for sneak attack.
Doesn't matter, Ross, for an obvious reason.
They're blind. What?
Yeah, they're blinded. You have advantage when they're blinded.
However,
unless we got stuff that could see through magical darkness or have blind sight or whatever else, tremor sense or anything else like that, it does not matter.
Okay. Well, still,
so kobolds were a bad example, in other words.
Well,
because I have advantage.
You still have advantage anyway, because you can see through the.
I rolled 16 twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The shadow encompassing the whole area is some cool flavor. Very few fights will that actually be a factor.
Yeah, still you can see through your magical darkness, which is cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And then 13th level, Shadow Puppet. Starting at 13th level, your shadow can reach out to the shadows of other creatures and interact with them as if they were physical. If your shadow is within 5 feet of the shadow of another creature, you can use your bonus action to command to use one of the following abilities.
We got.
Oh, hey, they can attack now.
Yes, they can.
TJC, the magic counts if it deals bludgeoning slash damage, or deals bludgeoning counts as magical, and the type matches the weapon you're carrying if it deals bludgeoning, piercing, or slash damage, or deals bludgeoning damage otherwise. That's interesting.
So basically, it's choose your own. Although I will say, I've looked at what weapons are valid for rogues. a huge. I think it was like maybe 5 that fall under bludgeoning or slashing.
True, but you take what you get.
Yeah, you take what you get. This gives you a little bit more versatility.
Your shadow grapples the shadow of another creature. You can use your acrobatics check for its grapple check, and the target makes its grapple check as normal. If your shadow succeeds, the creature is grappled until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
This is bonus action. Okay, that's important here. This
Yeah,
is a bonus action.
All this is bonus action.
Your shadow hooks onto the heels of another creature, becoming its second shadow at the end of its turn. If you see the creature make an attack while your shadow is on its heels, you can use your reaction to cause the shadow to leap in the way, becoming the target of the attack. You can use substitute.
Oh yeah, this would be substitute. I also think of it as the Echo Knight. Echo Knight also has an ability where if a creature is getting attacked, that's not specifically just you, I believe, it could teleport into its spot.
I mean, no, this is good. This is interesting. Yeah.
And then Shadow Dance.
At 17th level, your body absorbs much of the shadow stuff that prevails in the darkest planes of existence, allowing you, as if you can use your attack to swap places with your shadow. Wow, that's so late to be getting this. Both of you tolerate once you use this ability, you can't use it once more before the end of your turn without using a bonus action. Without using, okay, wait, what? Without you, oh, your turn without using. If you tell what?
So specifically.
Sorry, let me read this again.
Okay.
You can use your bonus action to swap places with your shadow. Once you use this ability, you can use it once more before the end of your turn without using a bonus action. I knew I was reading something. If you teleport to an area of dim light darkness, you have advantage on the first melee attack you make before the end of your turn while you are in that area. This is not a capstone. Honestly, this should have been a part of the package deal, or at the very least 9th level.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I actually think, what's it called? Shadow Puppet makes a better capstone. Still not great. I think we need to get buffed a bit.
Right.
But a better capstone than this, because Echo Knights get this super early.
Yeah, they do.
I like this subclass. It's a shame that so many.
It feels like every book we look at, like they can never quite do capstones right.
Which is why I'm a little scared of monks, because I've heard a lot of monk capstones are not the best.
Well, let's give them a shot. Okay, so now
temporal.
Do we have time, Ross? Do we have the time? We do.
I think we do. I think we might have to time jump a little bit more, but
of the rogues who dabble in magic, only a few possess the aptitude to master chronomancy, the magic of time. You learn the moment to think cantrip.
Okay, let me find that. I think I know what it does, but that's just based off of assumptions.
Yep.
I'm looking for M's. Let's see. Moment. So M-O. Moment to think. Here we go. We are on page 351. Very top.
351. Very top. Moment to think. When you cast this spell, you briefly stop time for everyone but yourself. You can take an additional action and move around in your space while no time passes. Only to take this action only to take the search or use an object action or to make an intelligence to remember it. Furthermore, you can't affect or damage any creature or object other than objects you are wearing you are carrying. If an object leaves your hand, it also becomes frozen in time.
I was gonna say, hold on, wait, additional action? What?
I get. I mean, okay. Yeah. I think even with this, it's very strong. Also redundant with my rules.
It's strong but redundant.
No, I'm not wrong. It's a weird thing where I kind of already give you guys a free search action as part of the way I run combats.
Although this could be handy in the scenario where sometimes we need 2 of those.
But that's my issue, Ross. That's why I think it's a bit strong for a cantrip. That is exactly why I think it's too strong for a cantrip. I think we've hit the first cantrip I have to say no to. Which sucks for this subclass, because it means the very first thing it gets, it's not getting, but I can say...
You're scrolling past it, please.
Oh, oops, went too far. I knew I went too far.
You got too far.
You can move 10 feet without provoking a trap cast. Additionally, you can use your action while time is stopped to take the hide action. Yeah, even that is way too strong. All right, let's see. Maybe the rest of this is gonna suck.
Well, so you're still looking for stuff, so it's like it doesn't.
a free hide, a free search action. Again, I already allow you guys an extra search action. That's something I allow. But I cannot justify allowing a second search action with a cantrip that you can just do every turn.
I
Or as the subclass is a free hide. Okay, Ross, let me scenario this for you, Ross.
But it has to keep in mind. I will bring up the hide action. That has to be specifically with your action.
With the extra action.
Yeah, which you might actually use for the investigation.
No, Ross. The hide is so much stronger for a rogue. Let me just run something by you, Ross.
Oh no, I agree. But you still gotta apply to the hide things, and sometimes you're not gonna be able to have the availability for hide.
Alright. Yes, Ross, I understand that, Ross. I understand all that, but I still remain. This is too strong. This is
too strong. Let's take a look, though. If the rest sucks, I will rethink it. Allow you to cast chronomancy spells to use you regain all expended currency points when you finish a long rest. Spells you have available and their cost time adjective low. Now new spells are marked with an action. Spells you use on fire. So we get spells, but not a lot.
We got a good number of them. Okay.
Action, instant replay, delay, recall,
let's
haste, and slow.
I
have suspicions about these spells.
Well, let's see. Action's a first level spell, so I don't imagine it would be that bad. But let's take a look. Action. Where is it? Okay, action. Here we go. Let's see. 3:30.
Page 30. Thank you. Action.
Which, of course, it costs an action.
Give me a second to find it first. There, action. Okay.
Okay.
Duration is what choose one creature you can see within range. During the next turn, gains additional action. The action can be used only take the attack.
So
it's just mini haste. It's okay.
It's pocket haste. Which
that's cool. Okay. That's okay.
Cool. Okay, that's neat.
Our next one I think is instant replay.
Instant replay. Eyes. The eyes are everywhere, man. Anyway, Merchants of the Past. You said instant replay?
I did say instant replay, yes.
Yep, I found it. It is page 347, left column at the very bottom.
Instant replay. What the? You're not even playing. Okay. The next time you miss a creature with an attack before the spell ends, you can instantly reset yourself to the moment before the attack and repeat against the same targets.
So
bonus action.
Bonus action and first level spell.
That's not too strong. I will say that's not too strong.
Yeah, no, not crazy. Can be nice though.
Boom. Let's look at the next one I want to look at.
Yep.
Which is delay. Delay and recall. These are the ones that scare me.
Delay and recall. Let's see. Desire charm.
Look for delay.
Here we go. Second, it's page 337.
All right, delay. Oh, here we go. Found it. You briefly slow time for a creature of your choice. The target must use a wisdom save. Will be moved to the last place in the initiative order from the beginning of the next round onwards.
So, okay, I cast this as an action because it's an action, so I can't.
Yeah.
Turn. I cast it on. Let's say a beholder got first on initiative, and I were to cast this. They make a wisdom save. Oh no, they fail. They get brought down to 1.
You're using your action to do this, so it's all right.
Your action and a second level spell, which does it say how many points you have to use per spell slot? Does it say that?
That costs 3.
That would cost 3. Yeah. Okay.
Then let's look at recall. I will say right now, these spells are actually fine.
Let's see. All right.
So far, recall might be the changer here.
Yeah, let's.
Honestly, with like one of the most broken cantrips I've ever seen, I was honestly expecting
recall here.
These spells to be so much worse. What is it?
Page 353. Let's see.
All right, recall. Here it
Bonus
is.
action,
All
second level
right.
spell, one round duration.
Record where you are when you cast a spell. Until the end of the turn, you can use react teleport back to that location or to the nearest unoccupied space. If you
So,
use this reaction in response to an attack spell, resolve the triggering effect before teleporting.
okay. So this is basically a Misty Step as a reaction, basically?
I guess. Interestingly enough, there's no hard sell on what you're using, but it's fine. It's fine.
That's cool. Okay. Any other ones?
Uh,
Am I good to look back at your screen?
that's the new one.
Okay. Cool.
These spells are fine. I'll be honest. Looking at moment to act and like the cantrip they gave you for that one, I was kind of worried.
Out of curiosity, what was your initial worry for delay and recall? Like, what were you thinking they were going to do?
I thought recall would just be a time waster, where you could basically rewind the fight.
Okay, I can see how that could be a little problematic.
And delay, I thought you could look at an enemy and say, they don't finish their attack until their next turn.
Okay. So sort of like a pocket slow effect type of deal.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Conveniently, though, that's not it. So we're good. These spells are fine. All right. I will say this. Despite the fact that the cantrip, and therefore the ability they give you immediately, is banned, may have to come back if someone wants to use and rework something for that to not like take away too much. So far, the subclass is fine.
Okay. Impressions of the future.
Beginning at 9th level, you can proceed to fluctuate action. As a bonus action, you can glitz a pause. Describe to the GM what actions you will take on your turn. The GM will then tell you the likely immediate consequence that will happen before the start of your next turn. This glimpse of the future reveals anything you might see or hear in that time, but might be flawed. The prediction can't take into account the actions of allies or unexpected fail results. Once you use it, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Okay, so to basically sum this one up, because I'm sure you're curious, what it basically boils down to is, and hey GM, I'm going to be honest, Ross, this is such a weird ability because they have everything written in turns. This ability is most useful out of combat.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is more useful out of combat. So it's like, I could ask you, let's say this is like out of combat scenario.
Yep.
If I were to, let's say I'm planning a heist plan. If I were to go through the air duct in the
you're planning it, is what you're saying?
Oh, you know what? Right, I shouldn't be. Okay.
Yeah, 6 seconds. It's got to happen in 6 seconds.
It's got to happen within the 6 seconds. So, let's say I'm. Okay, let's say we're in a dungeon. I'm thinking about pickpocketing, or not pickpocketing. I'm thinking about lockpicking this door.
Okay.
If I were to enter into this room, will there be like anything happen?
You don't ask that. You don't have to ask anything specific. A GM, I'm gonna enter the room. What's going to happen? And I would say, right. Well, the ancient dragon will get a surprise round, and will try and fire breath you. I know you're only level 9, but it is an ancient red dragon. Good luck.
Oh my god, that breaks creatures that are trying to surprise you.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's. But yeah, you can only use it once per short or long rest, so you can't spam it.
You would be lucky to get it.
Yeah. Okay, that scenario was extremely. Also, super ridiculous me as a DM. No, the ability's fine.
Okay. 13th level.
You can sense that temporal to enhance it whenever you cast a spell with the Chronomancy tag, including haste and slow.
Okay.
You gain a +2 bonus to your armor class and dexterity saving throws until the start of your next turn.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. But nothing. Wait, there's more to it. Or no, wait, left.
No, there's. This is the last ability.
And then
our last thing. Stop the clock. By 17th level, you've mastered power to stop time. You can cast the spell Time Stop without using a spell slot. Once you use this ability, you can't.
So you get one 9th level spell, which.
See, my issue is our capstone ability as this rogue is something that other people can do. That I think is inherently a bad capstone, Ross.
Yeah. I mean, it's
If there
powerful
is
for a rogue
someone,
to do it, because can't.
no,
That's
don't
what
get me
how
wrong. I'm
time
not.
stop works, isn't it? You roll a die, and that's how many turns. Like everything around you is stopped. Other than
Yeah,
you.
well, that is true. There is
Okay.
one caveat: you cannot harm anybody.
Oh, can he not?
No.
Oh. So
So, what exactly is a rogue going to be doing in this, Ross?
okay.
You'd be using
Instead of
your
holding.
chronomancy spells.
Oh yeah, you could use your chronomancy spells. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I would use haste as a chronomancy spell while this is. Oh no, I just time stop concentration.
That's a good question. I don't believe so,
That
because it would be pointless if it was.
I was gonna say let's see if it's concentration before I say my thing, because I actually don't know.
It is not,
It
which
is
I
not.
figured.
Okay, so I'm casting haste. I am. He's drawing another card. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I am
Sorry.
running around the battlefield. Let's say like I'm fighting an army.
Yeah.
I have technically if we were to allow the new spell, the cantrip, three
Which we're not.
actions to potentially do.
Yeah.
During that time, I would use that action. Now this is your table rules where we get a free one. I would look at a person, try to tell if there's a specific item of importance on them, and like steal it from them, because that's not damaging a creature. So like trying to like go through the army, just trying to remove like let's say no magical weapons. I'm trying to remove all the weapons from an army.
Let me take a look at time stop, because I think the wording might stop this.
Well,
And if one of the actions or any affects a creature other than you, or an object you want or care about someone other than you. No,
damn
this
it.
is.
Damn it.
So I think we're
Okay.
going to say it right now. This is a sucky capstone for
Yeah,
a actual good
sucky
subclass.
capstone for rogue. Yeah.
Because not only is it something that wizards can just do.
Right, I'm trying to figure
What
out
are
a reason
we
why
going?
a rogue would.
No, yeah, the best we get out of
Ooh.
this is we
Oh.
cast haste once, and then what? We do with the rest of our like a million turns.
Okay, here's something that could be. Now this would be an absolute waste of a ninth level spell, but here's something you
As
could
a
do.
reminder, yeah. What do you have? What do you have?
Okay, you're at a poker table.
Okay, at that point, who cares that you're a rogue? A wizard can do it. You need to give me something that this rogue specifically can do with its ability.
Right, that's what I'm trying to think about. It's like,
I
okay,
think, Ross, I think the honest answer we have to acknowledge is there's nothing. We are a 17th level rogue, meaning we don't have a lot of levels we can go into something else. And this ability really requires you to be able to cast preparatory spells, which we don't get. We get
okay. You know what? There is one thing I could think of. It uses
what?
up a lot of our points, but we could use time stop, which doesn't cost a spell slot. Let's say we're in initiative in combat, and actually no, you can't have it affect enemies. Because I was gonna say we could cast delay on all of them.
No, you
to the
can't.
bottom of
No,
the
you
initiative.
can't. No, you can't.
Right, I know.
I think we've gotten to the point, Ross. Stop. I think we're wasting time.
Yeah, literally.
It is a sucky. It's sucky that this capstone is pure hot garbage in the rogue, and even more pure hot let's go Titan Slayer.
Yeah, I'm assuming approved.
Yeah, approved, but with the stipulation that the first ability is not, and that when we get to that spell, it will also be denied. So the ability approved with the exception of moment tact.
Yeah, honestly, I think we might want a second opinion on that, but I agree it can be powerful.
I think that cantrip is strong, Ross. At the end of the day, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, it's your table, like that. Anyway, let's see. So we have Titan Slayer. This one got me curious because does that mean we're like really good at fighting giants specifically?
When you're adjacent to a creature that is 2 or more sizes categories larger than you, you can use your bonus action to enter the creature's space. What?
What?
You remain in this creature's space until it moves or until you use your bonus action to move.
Well, you are on hostile creature space. You use a ticket against the creature if you don't have to mention the attack roll, even if you don't have. I mean, I guess that's exactly something.
While you're in the space, you have half cover if the
Well,
creature's
you
two
know
sizes larger than you. Okay.
Here is my issue, Ross. You know what I'm about to say, right?
Very situational.
While you are no. While you are adjacent to a creature that has 2 or more sizes categories larger than you can use your bonus action to enter that creature's space. I'm gonna Google something because I don't want to call bullshit on something. D&D 5e. Can I move through the spaces? I believe the rule of larger creatures. I believe the rules are a creature gets treated the draw of creature one. You can only move the entity if it's 2 sizes larger than you.
Oh wait, so okay, so
Do you see why I'm like stopping here?
okay, so maybe
You can use a bonus action to enter that creature's space.
Okay, well maybe hold on. What is the rest of this thing? Because maybe you have to use this bonus action to
No,
gain the
no,
benefit.
nope.
Let me finish.
I read the word. Sorry. Yeah.
Maybe you have to use the bonus action in this way in order to gain the benefit of the half cover part.
While you are in a hostile creature space, if you blah, blah, blah. Additionally, while in this space, so we're still talking about being in this hostile space space, you have half cover the creature size. I guess the argument is you can do that if you can't quite make it there.
But it doesn't give you extra movement.
It kind of does, because the bonus action is moving. You're using your bonus action to move to the creature space.
Oh.
But I should also point out, as a rogue, you can just bonus action dash.
That is also true.
So I think we're going to say it. The rest of this ability, okay. I think they must have forgotten when they were writing this thing with that rule.
Yeah.
This is pointless. The rest of it does something, so I'm not going to go, oh, it's a horrible ability. This is actually a decent ability.
I also want to bring up something that's interesting. Scrolling up to where we get half cover, I don't think it says specifically against the creature that we're going under.
No. It's just having it.
Which is pretty good. That's automatic +2 AC and plus...
Yeah.
Which, sure, we have our proficiency in dex saves, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, this is good. When you make a sneak attack size larger than yours, you can forgo half your sneak attack dice to knock the creature prone. Okay.
Why would you want to knock him prone on top of you?
Well, not necessarily on top of you, but also doesn't actually do anything mechanically. Anyways. And then at 9th level, you are slow and observed by your standards. You have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide form and sneak around creatures that are larger size than you. Additionally, if you make a check to avoid, climb on, or confuse a creature that's at least 1 size larger than you, and the check doesn't already use your proficiency bonus, you can add half your proficiency bonus to the check.
So I just realized something.
It's okay. Mm-hmm.
I think this is a subclass based off Attack on Titan.
I mean, yes, Ross. It's called Titan Slayer.
That too. I just looked at the art and I'm like,
But I will state, this subclass
so
situational.
Yeah. So the only campaign where I am vaguely aware of the giants are, and that is doesn't Frost Mountain Keep? No, Thunder Mountain something.
Storm King's Thunder.
Storm King's Thunder. That's what it is. I know that has something involved with giants, but
that one is big on giants. I mean, not just giants. Anything that's bigger than you. What they recommend playing on a small race.
We could also play a tiny as a pixie, or not pixie, fairy, not pixie.
I don't think fairies are actually tiny.
Yeah, they are.
Like the vanilla fairies. Are they?
They are.
You've never played one.
Okay, fair enough. I guess in that case, that is your option.
You could knock medium creatures prone, which that could be fun.
Carrying right along. 13th level. You can't be frightened. Okay.
Oh, in general. Okay.
And you have advantage whenever you roll initiative. You have advantage on ability checks the same as you make until the end of your next turn. That sucks.
I mean, it can't be frightened, but yeah, no.
At 17th level, the weapon attacks against creatures that are at least 1 size larger score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20. And they also knock creatures prone.
Okay, I'm gonna say it, and I'm sad.
Approve
say it
without thought.
And that might take the crown for the roast rogue in this book.
I don't know about worse, but because again, most of those abilities are situationally useful. They're not shitty. It just
it sucks that you get nothing that makes you good in any situation. You're basically a rogue that cares that if you are fighting anything, any small creatures, you are not in a happy mood because you can't use any of your toys.
Right.
And even beyond that, seriously, we get a crit at 19 and it knocks them prone, which I can just do anyways.
Yeah, frankly, I wouldn't have given this a level 3, honestly.
I don't know.
Prove without thought.
Yeah, no, that.
We're done.
That's the one we're ending on.
Damn, that. Okay.
That is a.
I don't think rogues were as disappointing as clerics.
No, I mostly liked these. My personal favorite and the one I would like to play the most is the Conwastar's one, the Grifter.
Yeah, the Grifter. Yeah, I think another
Grifter, I think is how it's pronounced.
I think another highlight.
No, it's Grifter.
Another highlight.
Arachnoid Stalker is good,
Yeah,
but
it's
like
cool.
that's playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, which I mean, who doesn't want to play Spider-Man?
All right, that's what we're gonna call there.
Yeah. 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 Well, I'm gonna say this as well. I think Temporal Trickster was the worst of all the capstones because for Rogue it doesn't do much.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
the-
you're
okay,
not
the
wrong.
only thing that I can see is, okay, you cast it, and you're trying to get the fuck out of there. You were
You
in the room
are.
where it happened, and you were trying to run away from the room where it happened.
Yeah,
And
you would
it's
need
like-
to have environments that are so big to get any good use out of this.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Being able to cast haste quickly on yourself is great without having to release into action. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. But still, it's
But that's all you're really getting out of this.
like what?
And here's something to remember: if you cast haste early on, you are wasting some of its usage. So you have to cast haste at the last turn. Think about it.
Actually, here's the question: if we were to, let's say, a cleric in this example casts Spirit Guardians, if I were to cast Time Stop, would the duration count down even though time has technically been stopped?
For Spirit Guardians, no. For haste, yes.
I'm guessing because that we are immune.
Time
to
stops
Time
for everything but yourself.
Right.
Haste
Okay.
is passed on yourself. Anyways, let's just end the video.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have opinions about our opinions, please let us know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, stay tuned for more. Bye bye.